Yep, ready. Okay, good morning. We're calling the meeting to order. Let the record reflect this is a meeting of the LaPorte County Alcoholic Beverage Board this second day of April 2026 at 10 a.m. The members of the local board number 2 are myself, Lisa Daniel King.
Rodney McCormick, LaPorte County.
Danny Streeter.
And myself, Michelle Trauber with State Excise Police.
Okay, are there any persons here who wish to voice opposition to any permits on the agenda today?
No, that's good.
All right. Will all persons in attendance seeking a new permit, requesting a change of location or ownership, or seeking a renewal after violation, please stand? Okay, raise your right hands, please. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers that you have given on your application or any testimony that you may give or in response to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can be seated.
Okay, today for board number 2, I have 2 automatic renewals. I have DBA Four Seasons Asian Restaurant and DBA Shooters Bar and Grill.
Neither one have violations.
Move to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the March meeting, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the March minutes.
Second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Hey, do I have any other issues, concerns, anything for board 2?
No.
No? Okay, then board number 2 is adjourned at 10:02.
All right, we'll call to order the LaPorte County Board number 1. This is everything that is not inside the corporate limits of LaPorte. Members of this board are myself, Michelle Trauber with State Excise Police.
Rodney McCormick, LaPorte County.
Danny Streeter.
Tommy Kolavic, Michigan City.
We have automatic renewals on the agenda for Meyer Store number 149 in Michigan City, Patrick's Grill, Michigan City, Vaqueros Restaurant LLC in Westville, Chili's Grill and Bar in Michigan City, Dollar General number 10662. No violations for any of those.
I move to approve the automatic renewals.
Second.
Second.
Okay, Tommy made a motion. I heard Rodney second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Are you in favor, Tommy?
I'm
Yep,
aye.
okay. The next one on the agenda is Vert Boulevard Liquor, DL 4600550. Is a renewal after violation. You can come on up and have a seat, please. Morning. Everybody's already been sworn in. What is your name?
Engracia Sabalza.
And gracias. Okay. And what is your last name?
Sabalza. C as in Sierra A, B as in Victor A, L Z A. Sabalza.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what is your title there?
And manager.
Manager.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was a violation for a minor in June of 25, and you paid $1,000 fine. What was the circumstances?
Okay, I don't know what happened because the thing is that he don't sell it over there, like in front of the SIs. They bring a chat. The police show up over there and show him a picture in the phone and say, you know this guy? And he looks, oh yeah, I know, but he, everybody looks the same sometimes. And then they show him a chat, and then we just arrest this guy, and he is 19-year-old, and he say he buy a lady sell the chat over here, but there was no ladies working over there. It's only a guy working over there. So I never know what happened exactly.
Okay, so
So,
you just getting all the bits and pieces.
Yeah, I call over there and I ask for explanation what happened, who was the guy,
Mhm.
but they say, oh, you had to call and over here, in Indiana, not in Indianapolis.
And who came into the store? Excise police or Michigan City Police?
Michigan City Police, and then excise was with them too.
Right, right.
So
Okay.
then they check everything, nothing was wrong with it, And he said, well, just check the cameras. I was the only one working over here, but they say, no, we don't need to do that. So I don't know, I can even fire him because he swear that he don't sell it to no minor with no ID. But,
All right, let me look at the report and I will hopefully get you straightened out so you have the correct facts.
okay.
It looks like excise officers were there,
Yeah, and the
in
police too was there, they're.
their uniforms.
Mhm.
And they observed him go in to the store and buy it.
But he said that there was a lady over there, but
When I say he go into the store, the minor, they observed the minor go into the store. The excise police did.
there's another,
Now, the excise police were in full uniform that day. It says they were both wearing, they were in an unmarked vehicle, but both wearing their full department issued uniform. So it wasn't Michigan City, it was excise police. Let's see. Martin was the clerk.
they just show him a picture on the phone and say, this gentleman? And then he said, oh, yeah. Hi. So then he admitted that he knows him, but he said, well, everybody looks the same sometimes.
Yeah, they didn't take him back into the store. They just took his picture back into the store. The minor was arrested. But they didn't take him back into the store. So,
But then I look in the cameras to find out, if there was, somebody that he don't ask for ID, and I don't see nothing that day, so they can be another day too, That's why I was kind of confused,
the minor said that the clerk did not ask him for ID. Did you look at that specific incident on the cameras?
I look in the cameras, I look few times, the whole day, and check and see if I see somebody, like, when somebody, looks young and they don't ask for ID, but there was only regular customers that I already know that they are, older people. And I don't see nothing like, to make sure that I fire him. I can even fire him. He's still working.
Yeah, it doesn't sound, this person clearly didn't look over 40 for the police to ask him for ID. He should have been asked by ID
that's
by
what
the
I
clerk.
don't see in the camera. Yes, that's what I don't see. And I asked he asked the officer, can you go and check in the camera and show me who, what time I did it? And they don't want to do it. I said, no, we cannot do that.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that, but they told you what time it happened because that would have been on the violation. So you could have went to your own.
No, they don't put the time,
I guarantee the time was on the citation. I guarantee it.
No, the time they put the time that was there, but they don't put that time they sell the liquor.
The time that they were there was the time that it occurred. Because they watched it happen. So if you look at your citation, there's 2 spots on it. The time that it occurred and the time that the notice of violation was delivered to you.
I'm going to check this.
So double check that because that's, it's not their job to, when they witness something, it's not their job to look at the surveillance equipment and figure it out.
I was not there. There was late,
Yeah, but your clerk definitely did not ask them for ID. It never said there, nobody in this report says anything about a female clerk at all.
That's why he said, well, that's why,
That's what your clerk told you. That's why I'm trying to give you the facts. Nobody says anything about a female clerk ever. So he didn't ask for ID. He got caught not asking for ID, and then he tries to make up story to you to cover it. Exactly. So, but I'm telling you, the officers witnessed it happen. So it was not a compliance check. It was just they were there in the area. I don't think they were checking a complaint. I think they were just there in the area.
Because I mean, this is the first ticket for over 10 years, you know what I mean? And then he's been working with us for 8 years already. And he's very, careful.
You've been there about 15 years, right?
Yeah, but over, I think like over 10 years, right?
It's 15 years. It was actually, before it was the liquor store, it was a place that did custom tires and rims and audio, and you
Yeah.
bought the property and you put that in, and, then in 2011, it shows the liquor store being there, so.
Yeah.
It's,
No, but like I
obviously you've
say,
been there 15 years.
yeah, but like I say, we very careful in the place, like even there's a lot of, we open late, like we open to 1 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning in the weekends.
Okay.
And we try to go by the, train people very well,
And the clerk even indicated to the officers that he did not verify the minor's age prior to the sale on this day. So, I know that everybody that appears under 40, even if they're regular customers, have to show ID every time. Every time.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we try to, especially in the store, because the store is very, very busy all the time.
It's real popular.
Yeah.
Eastport is the most
Yeah.
densely popular section. It's really, everybody likes going there, getting their drink and their smoke on. I know.
Any
Yeah.
questions?
Yes. Hello,
Hi, how are you? I'm sorry.
what have you put in place to make sure doesn't happen again?
Well,
What actions
like
have
I
you
say,
taken?
we got in in the computers, every time, you make a sale, let's check ID, check ID. You had to check ID,
Was that in place prior to this violation or since? have
Yeah,
you
well,
implemented that?
it's been for a while. It's been for a while. That's why I'm very, like confused what happened, especially with him, because I know when I'm watching him in the cameras, and he always very careful with what he's doing. I don't know what
So-
happened the night.
So you had the opportunity to review the cameras?
Yes, I did it, and I don't see nothing
So
suspicious.
you
And
didn't see, you
he
didn't see
said,
the gentleman present ID?
like I said, I don't see no minor. I mean, I don't see no younger people. I see the regular customer that I already know. That I've been working in there for 14 years. So I kind of know everybody, in their area, and I see that, this is 60, this is, so that's why I was confused.
So when you went through the camera and looked at transactions, every transaction, do they ask for ID?
For IDs, yeah. Well, when there's younger than 40, you know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of times they don't ask for ID because it's 50 years, 60, We have a lot of older people too.
Assumptions,
Like,
you assume,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, like a lot of like a 60, a lot of older gentlemen, they go over there.
Did I hear you correctly when you said this gentleman, the clerk, worked for you for 8 years?
Yes, 8 years. He's been there 8 years already. In the same store. We never changed him. He's been there for like 8 years.
And when you spoke with him, did you give him any corrective actions to follow?
Like,
ID everyone?
oh yeah, we always make sure that we train. I always talk to him, and and he always do that when I'm around. When I check the cameras, give me your ID, otherwise you don't get served. Especially the young girls. They try to not do it.
So he didn't have a reason why he didn't check on this day?
Yeah, that's what I say.
They have had no other violations
Yeah, what
with
about
this store,
So
so.
they haven't had any other issues the 15 years they've been there? Well, exactly how many liquor store locations do you have in Michigan City?
In Michigan City 6,
6?
and
So
then
that,
we have
you got Trail Creek Liquors now in there.
they going to.
And you're going into the old Hammers locations.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm worried about that, because there's kind
Yeah.
of another.
Well,
Headache for us.
that'll be a good location.
Yeah, it's a nice
Better.
place. It's coming very nice, it's
Now,
coming
your
very-
hours at the 1912 Michigan Boulevard, it's Monday through Thursday from 8:45 AM to 12:30 AM. Then on Friday and Saturday, it's from 8:45 AM to 1:30 AM. And then on Sunday, it's noon to 8. Those are your hours
Yes.
there?
Just noon to
I
eight.
think those hours are a little too late.
Yeah, I
I
know. I know.
Really, Ashley,
The
Mayor,
law states they can be open till 3
Yeah,
AM, so
yeah.
whether we think it's late or not, it
No,
doesn't
I
matter.
mean,
The
that
law
area,
states you can be open
very
till
high
3
crime
AM.
area. You're right
So-
next door to the Anthony Adams house, which is the homeless youth shelter.
Okay, let's focus on the issue here.
Okay.
Focus on the issue. Any other questions by the board? Any motion?
I motion for a 1-year renewal.
I second that.
Okay, all those in favor for a 1-year renewal? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Right, so what that means is it means you file your renewal paperwork every year, but, you will need to come back to the board next year if you have any other violations.
Hopefully
Okay.
not, right?
Right, hopefully not, because we're putting you on notice,
We don't
basically.
want, we don't want that.
Yep.
Believe me, I'm just very, concerned, because they are A stores that I go every,
Right.
It's kind of live.
Okay,
Okay,
Thank
well,
you for
thank you. Have
coming.
a wonderful
Okay, thank
day.
you. Thank
you too.
Thank you.
All right, next we have on the agenda a new application for CH 46303309 Cotman Ventures LLC DBA Meadow Lark Weddings and Events.
Apologize that this got wet with the rain. so
Ah, that's okay.
It's a
You
little
could have
bit
seen some
crinkled.
of my paperwork.
Ah.
All right, can you state your names, please?
My name is Kathy or Kathleen Cotman.
I'm Brian Cotman.
Okay, and you are the owners?
Correct.
All right, you posted your orange sign. I saw that. I got out there and did the inspection. This is the old red barn on Johnson Road. So why don't you just tell the board what your, venture is out there? We're assuming it's gonna kind of be the red barn idea thing, but what your experience is with alcohol service, things like that, and then we'll ask questions as we need to fill in.
Okay, so, yes, we plan on having it as an event venue. As far as the events go, everything's from small little parties to larger weddings and, family events and things like that. As far as alcohol experience, I do not have any server experience. I've never worked in a liquor store or anything like that. So this is new for us, but I did take the training and, I understand the laws.
Okay, how many events are you thinking you're gonna end? Are you gonna be having events every week, all summer, all year round? Like, what's your hopes and your goals for there?
Quite honestly, this is a family venture, so we're not looking to have every single weekend booked with something or every single, day of the week booked. But obviously we want to be successful and offer it to the community for what the needs would be. So we are flexible as far as how many events we'll do, how many parties, weddings, family reunions. As far as that goes, we're very flexible as far as amount.
Okay,
We have the bridal house that we can have smaller events in, that we could use as well. But as far as the event space goes, we can accommodate between the two buildings, not counting the outside areas, probably 250 seated people, between those two spaces.
okay, and all the food is gonna be catered in?
All the food will be catered in. We supply the space, the chairs, the tables, and, hopefully the bar.
Are you gonna have, security systems, cameras?
Yes, we do intend on installing security cameras for our
Home protection?
benefit as well.
Yes.
So like you'll have an off-duty sheriff's officer there at your events.
We
have a
certainly
guard
can.
Reception or whatever.
We certainly can. If that's a requirement, we will absolutely do that. We have it right now because we've been showing the property, that it is an option. But if that's a requirement, that is something that we will do.
That's not required.
Okay. Okay.
If you always, when you have your bookings, you guys will be the only one running the bar, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
We will hire licensed bartenders, but we will oversee it as management.
How many employees do you anticipate? And when I say employees, like that are around the bar, not like maybe people that come in that are 18, 19, they're setting up tables or clearing up, but maybe like employees that are gonna be operating around the bar. How many do you anticipate hiring?
Well, I anticipate 2 bartenders at any
Okay.
given time that would be employees hired out. And then, myself and my husband would probably be doing the ordering of the bar. And then hands-on also are our son-in-law, our son and daughter-in-law,
Okay,
in their late 20s, early 30s.
okay, so 6 or so
Yeah.
people that are
Yeah.
actually involved with
Exactly.
that part of it.
Mhm.
Is that just like one bar area in the little building there?
Yes.
Okay,
There-
that's what so all your, yeah,
Yep,
I know.
we do have an outdoor patio area that I would like to be able to serve cocktail hour at,
Mhm.
and that would be a portable bar.
okay.
Yep.
And that's included in,
Mm-hmm. I did measure, so this was not allowed to be permitted in the past, but the law changed last year. And it allows that, a patio can be, as long as it's within 100 feet of the main building, you can have a patio. So, I did measure it when I was out there and we measured 76 feet to that patio.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and Kathleen and I went over all of the grounds because unfortunately there's no statute that says, okay, the grounds are covered, it's
Yeah.
gotta be this
Yeah.
building and this.
Yeah.
And so we kind of went over some of that stuff. So they're gonna, probably do a patio out to the
behind
the
the,
green-
west side?
Yes.
Is that west side?
Mhm.
Also, between the building and the parking. And so they're gonna work on hedges and fencing
Yeah.
and that will be,
are you gonna have a cutoff time as far as like a reception or?
I would say most weddings end at midnight. But it's gonna depend on each person, how they decide to schedule their event.
You're like gonna have the wedding ceremony on the site, then afterwards they go to your barn and have the receptions, kind of.
Yeah, so, right now, we have been showing the property. We do have just a ceremony booked in June. They're just doing the ceremony at the site and then leaving. And then later in the summer, we have, some where they're doing the event and the reception at the property. And so far, one has wanted to end at 11 and another one was midnight. So it does vary on how their schedule goes.
and you really haven't booked anything other than maybe those 2 things until this permit goes through, because you don't know what's happening.
We're waiting on the permit to,
Yeah.
make sure that this is something that we can do, so.
Okay.
Okay.
So just so I can show you the floor plan too, I made some notes on here. This is like the wedding venue area that we talked about.
Yeah.
That there's no alcoholic beverages out
Yeah,
there.
ceremony.
None in this area. We'll cross that bridge if we have to.
Right.
I drew some like bushes in here because I know next to that building, there are bushes and
Yeah.
trees and
Mhm.
everything.
Mhm.
I drew this,
For the
Yeah.
area we're putting in, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And so this, like I said, I'll either need you to send me photos or let me know when that's in and I'll swing by or something.
Okay.
Otherwise, I put the patio on there, that all the alcohol has to stay on the patio and that there's nothing over like by the house. So
Right. Mhm.
as long as you're good with that, I just need you to sign and date that, please.
Take care.
I know, right? I just enhanced
So
it.
Michelle, you're happy with the floor plan?
Yep, yep. Yeah, I'm more happy this time, I think, than previous, just because the laws have changed, so it makes it a
Make it
little
easier.
more accessible for you
Workable.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I move to recommend renewal. I mean,
Approve.
for me, I'm sorry.
That's-
okay.
I second that.
There's been a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any questions for us?
No, I'm sure if I have any, I will reach out though,
Yep, yep.
and I'll get working on those barriers.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you so much, thank you.
Glad this finally came through for you.
Me too.
It's been a little while.
Yeah, last year we sat out and this year we're jumping in. So.
Yeah, good, good.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
good luck.
I'd get those cameras up for your own protection.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We've had some things happen that we even had to call the sheriff out, so we know we have to install those cameras.
Well, I mean, especially with the alcohol.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I've got a couple that you need to put them up, so.
Yeah.
Well, you know, how husbands go. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next on the agenda, last but not least, is CH 46303110 Barrel House Liquor LLC.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Can you state your name, please?
Yes, my name is Kira Holmes.
And you are the manager?
I am one of the bar curators for the, yes,
Okay. You pasted your orange sign?
I did, yes.
Okay, do you bring the affidavit?
I-
Thank you. All right, so, same thing, you wanna tell us kind of what's going on there? I know
Yeah.
the Barrel House, is this the same Barrel House that used to have the catering hall? Okay,
Exactly.
just, this is now a new one, new management company coming in, new owner.
So we have been the owners of Barrel House, the venue, for quite a few years now. But previously the bar was operated, by Zorn. So we were in partnership working with them. So there
Okay.
has been existing bar there. Their license has been abandoned and we are now taking over the bar service, at the existing location.
Got it. And I was thinking it was the other way around, that
Yes.
Zorn owned the property and the license and now you were taking, but it's
Yes.
the opposite.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, we do. own
Okay.
it.
So, I guess kind of tell us what was happening there and is it gonna stay the same or what's gonna change and?
Absolutely. So, yes, so we have been an existing wedding and event venue, and bar service has been operated through Zorn. It will continue essentially the same way. The only difference will be that we will be providing the bar service, so everything will be in-house. So we will both book the events and coordinate the events and also provide the bar service as well. We do also currently own and operate another venue in Hammond, which is licensed, and we operate the bar there as well.
Okay, what's the name of that one?
That one's called the Reserve, a grand venue.
No violations there?
No.
And how long have you operated that one?
That one opened in summer, this last summer in July.
Okay.
And so that was kind of part of our push to take over the bar at our new event venue, given that we had now gone through the experience of getting the permit and everything there. So,
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Questions? Everybody know where the Barrel House is?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I can't picture it.
We
It's
don't
across
think we
from
go on
Zorn.
Boulevard anymore.
Oh. Yeah, not on the boulevard, it's,
Just a little bit off the boulevard.
Okay, on that.
yeah. I don't have any questions.
Well, same thing.
No, I'm comfortable.
Recommendation for, approval of the new permit.
Okay. It's been a motion
Support.
and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Easy peasy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep, and I will see you next Friday,
I'll be there.
for the inspection. Okay,
Perfect.
thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
All right, and then I'll make a motion to approve the March minutes for Board 1.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And if there's no other business, meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Okay.
And 28.
Right.
And